Good morning. My name is Sergeant Griffin. I am here to conduct individual training on measuring distance on a map. First, I will show you my 2977 risk assessment, my outline, my map, and my handouts. We're first going to go over our task conditions and standards. Our task is 071-COM-1008, measure distance on a map. The condition: you are a member of a squad or team in a classroom or home environment. You have been directed to measure distance between 2 points on a map. You will use a scaled map and follow on my display, which is a scaled 1 in 50,000ths map of Kent Shelby. At the end of this lesson, you will have to measure the distance between a straight line and curved line of 2 points. The standard: you will conduct individual training on measuring the distance on a map. Complete the class in an allotted time frame of 30 minutes or less. There will be a test at the end of this course, so you must get a passing grade of 80% on the test at the end of the class. We're going to go into our safety. Quick brief: our overall safety is low risk. Our hazards are: we are in a classroom environment, so watch your slip, trip, and fall hazards. Keep the walkway and area clear. Please push all chairs up under the table. Next would be all your water source or drinking sources. Ensure they have a cap on them and put them on the ground. I do not want to create an electrical fire or damage to electric equipment. The last thing is for emergencies, we will go out this door directly to my right, take a left to the end of the hallway out into the parking lot. There we will have accountability assembled, and in case of inclement weather, we will go out that same doorway to the right, follow in that hallway, and we'll wait for the all clear. Now, we went over our risk assessment. Well, I'm going to review the evaluation requirements. You do have to do distance between 2 straight lines and 2 curved lines. You have to make 80%. There will be an exam to follow this. First, I'm going to hand out your sources. In front of you is a map, same as mine, with points on the map. Scrap piece of paper, pencil, and I'm also going to hand out this sign-in roster for all of you to sign for this purpose of this course. So, first things first, where is the scale on the map? All maps will have a scale of measurement, usually 3 or more. It is located to the right and inside your legend. Your scale is from 0 to right, which is broke down into whole units of measurement. To the left of 0 is going to be measured in tenths. Everything to the left, and that is called your extension scale. Remember, everything to the right is whole, that's your primary. Everything to the left of 0 is your extension. Always, when reading these scales, read from right to left. So now I'm going to demonstrate the task to standard by getting 2 distance points, straight distance points, and the curved distance points on this tank trail. Watch me. All right, y'all have witnessed what I've just done. I measured the straight distance between point A and point B. And then I went over here, measured the curved distance of this tank trail from point A to point B. You saw it? Now let's review it. Again, I had my 2 points, point A and point B. I had my scrap piece of paper that I can conduct measurements with room on both my left and right. I placed my paper on point A and point B. I did a tick mark on point A, and I did a tick mark on point B. I then carried my scrap paper, and again, reading from right to left, I followed suit with finding my first whole number, which I can fit in, which was a 2. As you can see, it goes beyond to the extension scale, which this extension scale is measured in tenths, or one grade dash is 100 meters. The whole units of measurements are in kilometers. So as you can see right there, I viewed it and I did a tick mark and I counted how many 100 meters there was, and I came up with 2,100 meters or 2.1 kilometers. This measurement was doing your actual ground distance from point A to point B. Here's where it gets tricky for your curved line measurements. We come over here to point A on this tank trail. I placed my scrap piece of paper for the first long straight distance I could find. I did a tick mark. I measured straight distance until it started to curve. I did a tick mark, but holding my pencil on the paper and the map and pivoting the scrap paper around to the next known straight line. Okay, it curves right here, so I do a tick mark in this curve. Doing the same thing, I held my pencil to the paper and curved my paper around to the next straight line, which was to the final point B. Now, you see there's individual tick marks, that's fine. We're going to take it to the scale, and I'm going to measure my first whole unit that I can get to, which would be a 1 kilometer whole distance, because it didn't exactly make it to the 2 kilometer. Now I'm over here looking at my extension scale. So I got a tick, I mark right here from 0, and I come on my map and I do another tick. So now I'm going to count the tenths again in 100-meter increments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, 6. My bad. That is 6. So I had 1,600 meters from ground distance, actual ground distance from point A to point B in this curvature. So I used my extension scale. It was 1,600 meters or 1.6 kilometers. Are there any questions about this task, what I just performed for you? There being none, let's carry on into our practice exam. I am going to pass these papers out. I want you to measure the distance from point A to point B, the curved distance from point C to point D. I will be walking around answering any questions, evaluating you, and being here to overall assist you to make you have a better understanding of measuring distance on a map. I'm passing out the practice exam. All right, I have assisted the practical exercises, answered any questions that you may have, and helped you guide to have a better understanding of the map. You utilized the scale, you did straight line distance, and you did curved line distance. So now we will conduct a final examination to get you trained to standard. I will be passing out your final exam. These will be conducted individually No assistance from myself or your peers. I will review the final exam, distance from point E to F, the curved distance from G to H, the distance from I to J, and the curved distance from K to L. I will pass these out at this time. All right, I will collect the tests at this time and grade them. I have recorded the results. All were a go. There is no retraining at this time necessary. You're trained to proficiency, a T. Now, we are going to close out this block of instructions. Will you please pass all your maps? You can keep your scrap paper and your pencil for your future needs. I've collected my maps, all are accounted for. We will go over the AAR. The commander's intent was we were supposed to measure distance on a map. What actually happened was we did a practical exam, we then did a final exam, and now you are fluent in knowing how to measure straight distance and curved distance on a map. Do I have any sustains? Do I have any improvements? Do I have any recommendations? Now we will review the risk assessment. Is anybody hurt? Did we utilize the risk assessment properly? We did. 0 accidents, 0 incidents. Now we prepare to police call the classroom. Please push all chairs upside the table. Make sure you collect all your trash, anything that you brought here with you, take it out with you. Performing the final inspection. So now I am going to take down my work area, my work site. My area is cleaned. The training area is picked up just as it was when we got here. The overall task proficiency is trained. All students were a go. Thank you.